What's going on, guys? As you may or may not know, we have the new set Crimson Blaze. It's on the horizon. And with the new season wrapping up, I wanted to take some time to talk about my top 5 personal favorite decks from the Mega Rising expansion. I recently hit Master Ball with a 13-game win streak, and if you want to see the deck that I used to make this climb, stay tuned to the end of the video.
Alright, before we get onto this list, I do want to take a moment to talk about the revealed Pokemon cards from the new set, Crimson Blaze, and my overall thoughts on them. We have a new Bulbasaur, kind of whatever, new Charmander, 2 energy, 40 damage, could be cool, whatever, Squirtle, 70 HP, 2 energy, 40 damage, right? These are kind of whatever, honestly, I don't really care. Ditto's like, whatever, I don't really care. Sunflora is also kind of whatever. So let's talk about the Megas. Mega Venusaur could be pretty good. I mean, 240 HP is pretty nice. Put a Leaf Cape on it. It's now sitting at 270. There's an item that I want to talk about. Quick Grow Extract. It says you can choose one of your Grass-type Pokemon in play, put a random Grass-type Pokemon from your deck that evolves from that Pokemon onto that Pokemon to evolve it, and like Rare Candy, you can't use it during your first turn or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So turn 1 going first, if you have Bulbasaur in the active, you can Quick Grow Extract your following turn, so turn 3 of the game, and you can get your Mega Venusaur out that way. It's like a Grass-type Rare Candy. Except you don't need to have the card in your hand, which is really strong for grass decks. And there's a few decks in this list that would actually really appreciate the Quick Grow Extract. Serena is just a Mega Evolution Tutor on the supporter. Could be cool, I guess, if you want to look for your Megas. I don't think that you would run Serena in tandem with Quick Grow Extract if you're running Mega Venusaur, but we'll see. Clement. This is pretty cool. You get Heliolisk and Magneton. So if you remember the Genetic Apex Magneton that ramps itself, Magneton actually was doing pretty well in tournaments. So that's Mega Venusaur. 4 energy, 2 grass, 2 whatever, 120, poison and sleep. Could be good. I mean, it's tanky. Again, I really don't know. I think this card is good, though. I think it will be good. I don't know if it's going to be, like, super overpowered, but it's definitely better than the Venusaur that we have currently. Mega Blastoise EX. This card is dog shit. Like, genuinely, it's dog shit. 3 energy, 130. Cool. 3 extra energy. You have Bench Snipe. Cool, man. What are we running, like Poke Flute? I don't know. This just seems really gimmicky, honestly. Unless we see more water support, like for ramp, outside of like Misty, Mantike, Manaphy, I don't think this card is good or will ever be good, to be honest. Mega Charizard Y. I keep seeing all of these clickbait thumbnail videos. This card is broken. This card is gonna change the meta. Well, it's kind of hard to say which cards will shape the meta when we only have a few cards right now. You can only really compare it to current meta. I do think Charizard Y will be good. I mean, it's like the chase card, right? It's fucking Charizard. Every single Charizard has seen some type of play. Genetic Apex Zard was kind of whatever, and then Stoke Zard, people were like, oh my god, Stoke Zard's really cool. And then people ran Stoke Zard with Genetic Apex Zard. This does do the most damage in the game. 250, nothing surviving that. I mean, maybe... actually, not even Mega Venusaur. It'll hit for weakness. And it will die with the Leaf Cape. So, I don't know, man. Megazard Y, I mean, 250, 4 energy. With the new Charmeleon, this card, actually, I'm really excited about. Even if you're not playing Megazard Y, I think this card is really fucking good. On Evolution, you can take a Fire Energy from your Energy Zone and attach it to your active Fire-type Pokemon. So, in theory, if you're running Flame Patch, Let's say you have energy on your active, you retreat into Charmeleon. Flame Patch is now activated. You have Attach for turn, Ignition, procs, and then you have 3 energy all in one turn. I think that's pretty good. Honestly, I think that's really, really good. This card being in the set, I think makes me have hopes for Megazard Y. However, you're running stage 1, you're not getting rare candy, but just the ability to ramp itself, I think it's really, really good. And ramp your other fire type Pokemon. I think this card's really good. Again, this is just a tutor, and a cheat card. So those are like my general thoughts. I mean, I don't really. There's no like huge impression, honestly, on this set. We're gonna have to wait to see what else is released, if we're getting other Megas or other EX Pokemon. I'm actually really excited to see. Maybe I'll get my Mega Mawile EX. Maybe I'll see Mega Mawile. That's like the Pokemon that I really want to see. But there's no Fairy typing in this game. They'd probably make it Steel, and I'm not really the biggest fan of Steel decks. So I guess we'll find out.
So, deck number 1. This deck is incredibly fucking cool, in my opinion. I really liked Jumpluff when it came out in Secluded Springs. 1 energy, 1 colorless actually. 70 damage with the Hydreigons running around, the Absols running around. You're hitting for 90, which is really, really nice. And you can pivot into one of your bench Pokemon. So in this deck, we are running the Hop-Up Jumpluff line. You have a copy of Oricorio and the Boosted Evolution EV with Jolteon EX. So turn 1 going first, you have your EV out, Jolteon, you're now controlling the game, the pace of the game. You have like so much pressure that you generate just from your turn 1. Your opponent really, really has to think about who they're attaching energy to. That's why we run Cyrus in this deck. I've seen similar lists with Sabrina. I don't agree with Sabrina at all in this deck. I think Double Cyrus is necessary, as well as Copycat. If your opponent is sitting on a bunch of cards in their hand, you can Copycat. Like turn 1 going first, let's say you play the EV, you have the Jolteon in hand, you Jolteon, you bench the Hoppip, whatever, right? Now you're down to, what, like 2 cards? Copycat. Oh wow, now you have your full hand. Oh wow, now look, I found a rare candy. Okay, cool, Jumpluff's getting put online next turn. Really, really cool. Oricorio is here. Again, Jumpluff really, really makes your opponent think, and you have some really, really interesting decisions. You can choose to switch. You actually don't have to, which is nice. 160 HP is nothing to sleep at. 140 is whatever. I wish there was room for a giant cape in this deck. I mean, honestly, you can get rid of the X-Speed for a cape if you really like survivability, or Rocky Helmet. I do like that this is a pretty flexible list. You can cut the Skip Loom also if you want, but this is just a list that I run, and I think it's a really, really fun deck. Just being able to switch into Jolteon, control the energy, or you can switch into the Oricorio, and now you're forcing your opponent to play around that. I think it's really cool. Number 4 on my list, we have Hydreigon. This was the deck I was actually the most excited to play during Mega Rising. As soon as I saw Mega Absol, for those who know me, this is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Mega Absol. If you guys saw the Mega Absol Z from Legends ZA, it's cool. It's not really my favorite thing. It kind of looks like an Edgelord Pokemon. Ghost Dark typing is cool. This Pokemon should have been a Dark Fairy, but that's neither here nor there. Mega Absol's in this deck, Hydreigon's in this deck. I run Cleffa in this list. Reason being, if you brick and you start with Cleffa, you can find your, or like if you get red carded as well and you have Cleffa, you can just find your guys. I've had so many games where I just won because Cleffa found me the Hydreigon and I had a rare candy in my hand. Or Cleffa found me Dino and I was able to, and I had like all the other pieces in my hand. Free Retreat's also really, really nice. You can run other babies. You can run the Chingling if you want. Like, I also like this list because it's very flexible with deck building. You can cut the Cleffa for Chingling. There's variants with Indeedee and Rocky Helm. I chose Cape because I just kind of like the longevity more than the chip damage. 130 is nothing to sleep at. We run Geo in this deck to surprise, burst KO Suicunes with no cape, which is really, really nice. Red card Absol combos, very, very devastating. Copycat again. You have Cleffa. You bench Cleffa, you bench your Dinos, you bench your Mega Absol. Cool. Copycat. Now you have all pieces in your hand, most likely. I don't think I've ever bricked off of a Copycat playing this deck. It is possible, for sure, if you're like really unlucky. Pokemon Center ladies here for survivability, as per usual. Sabrina's in this deck. I mean, you could run 2 Cyrus, but I like Sabrina. Defensive Sabrina's really, really cool, especially get guys out of there that you want to get out. But yeah, this deck was pretty cool, man. This deck kind of made I was actually a Rampardos player, so when I saw this card, I was like, oh my god, it's like fucking Rampardos. Holy shit. So yeah, that's deck 4. Deck number 3. This is a SHIEST pick. This shit is too fucking SHIEST, honestly. I've seen variations of this Arceus deck with Chingling. I didn't really like it. I playtested it. I like this version so much better. Mono Electric Energy in the list. You have Pichu. Again, Free Retreat. You have the Oricorio to deal with EXs. I'm running Glide Zubat. I've seen people run the Venomous Fang one, but like there's no point. Like I'm not running Darkness Energy. I'm running Full Lightning. So, you know, you can get your cute little chip off if you have no other play, but like it's not really gonna happen. It's also, I don't think it's super optimal. But again, you have your Pichu to ramp your Arceus, you have Pichu to ramp Oricorio, which is really, really nice. And then you have Crobats. Arceus EX will be doing 20 for each of your bench Pokemon. So if you have 3 Pokemon in your bench, you're hitting for 130. Double Crobats, you now have 160, which is absolutely nothing to laugh at. You have Lucia here to look for your Pichus and your Zubats. Copycat, double Copycat as well. Get you out of a brick. Mars is really cool. Let's say they KO your Arceus or they KO your Pichus. Mars, 1-card hand. Pretty self-explanatory. We only run 1 Pokeball in this deck. Lucia kind of just does what Pokeball does, but better. And most of the time, you're using Pokeball, you're trying to find that Arceus. This deck is just really, really cool. I like Arceus. 160 is cool. I like Ping. Free Retreat with Crobat is also a really cool option. You have 2 Pokemon with Free Retreat to get your Oricorio out there. If you get Sabrina and you somehow don't die, you got their Free Retreat. Giant Cape is in this deck to put on your Arceus. Being at 160, you can survive attacks from Mega Blaziken. You're no longer getting one-shot. And just, again, I really, really like longevity over chip damage from Rocky Helmet. You could put it on there if you really like want to maximize your chip, but I feel like this is just the better option. All right, deck number 3. This I'm sure will come as a surprise to most people. We have Victreebel with Celebi and Chingling. All right, so there's a lot of Megas running around. Celebi says, fuck you to your Megas. If they're chipped already with like Chingling, you know, any Mega Gyarados player will cry to have the Celebi hit them with Temporal Leaves. Just, it kind of sucks though, you know, you're killing their Mega, but you are getting 1 prize. Well, killing their Mega in quotes, because you're devolving it and killing the baby, you're only getting 1 prize. And if they have another basic on the bench, they could just evolve the next turn and kill your Celebi if they have the energy, but chances are they probably don't. And then you have Victreebel in the back as well to Pokeflute, and you know, this thing picks off babies, it picks off basics, the evolve things, Pokeflute it back, Victreebel will kill it. 2 energy is also really, really nice in this deck. It's not super energy hungry. So there's some times where you're in a situation like, okay, do I attach Celebi, do I attach Victreebel? And that is kind of like a learning curve, but also this deck isn't really good. This is just kind of like a rogue deck. I really like rogue decks, honestly. You have the red card, as per usual. Lily's here to help heal up your Victreebel. You got Leaf Cape on the Victreebel. I don't really see Leaf Cape being used on Celebi. I mean, like sometimes, it's usable, but you know that's not saving you from an attack from Suicune or an attack from Greninja EX or things like that. But yeah, this deck is hilarious. Chingling's also here to control your opponent even more. No more rare candies. They have to be running the stage 1 with Chingling, and it's just pushing for chip. You're getting 10 damage, 10 damage, 10 damage. And if they do evolve, you do have Celebi, and they're like chipped out, usually, if they don't heal. Which is really, really nice. Getting those sneaky KOs with Victory Bell just feels so good. And it's a single prize deck. So your opponent has to work really, really hard in order to get those prizes, while you can really, really screw up their game plan. In this deck, and the previous deck, the Jump Left deck, you would really, really like Quick Row Extract. You would really, really like that card in this deck and in Jump Left. Like, I feel like these decks are just going to get so much better with the next expansion. I honestly can't wait to play it again. Alright, honorable mention before we get to our number 1 spot. We have Decidueye, Baby Decidueye, and EX Decidueye. The reason it's an honorable mention is because when Decidueye came out, I didn't think it was a very good card. And honestly, I still don't think it's a good card. That's why it's an honorable mention. But you do have some pretty interesting matchups, especially with Baby Decidueye. I decided to run 2 copies of this over the 2 copies of Decidueye EX because I ran a variation of this deck with double Decidueye EX and the 1 Baby, and it felt so bad. It felt so bad running into Indeedee, and then they heal, and now you can't Pierce the Pain them with Decidueye EX. Pierce the Pain, if you don't know, does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has damage on it. So even if they retreat, like, you don't have to run Cyrus. If they retreat, they're still getting hit for 100, and they just have to take that if they have damage on them. Decidueye Baby does 70 to anything. The bench isn't safe. Active's not safe. Rowlet and Dartrix do the same. 10 and 20 respectively. Do anything. And this just... Goodbye, Oricorio. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, bench that Oricorio. Goodbye. And this sets up so nicely for the more evolved form of this. Honestly, I was thinking about teching in this card, Celestic Town Elder. If you lose your Rowlets early, you can get them back. I don't really know what I'd cut for this. I mean, maybe May, or maybe a Leaf Cape, or maybe a Dartrix for Celestic Town Elder. Because when you lose a Rowlet, it feels bad, man. It feels really, really bad. But again, like, this deck has its moments where it shines, but when it doesn't, you can really, really feel it. I just think it's cool. Alright, number 1 spot. I don't know if any of you guys were surprised at all. This is the deck that I used to climb all the way to Master Ball with a 13-game win streak. It's Suicune Greninja. I mean, what else can I say? I think the deck kind of explains itself. This deck is absolutely nuts, and I hope it continues to be nuts because I really, really like this shit. I didn't talk about a bunch of other cards from Crimson Blaze. There is this new Helios card that's coming out, and this kind of just says fuck you to Suicune. So I don't know if this thing is running around. It definitely keeps the deck in check for sure, but who knows? 2 energy, 120, weakness hitting 140. Yeah, it's kind of Jove. Even with a giant cape, like, that hurts to get hit with. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. It's fucking Suicune Greninja. I really, really like this deck. There's so many instances where, like, I cheat out wins. Like, Suicune is just drawing you cards. You have way more cards in hand than your opponent. And this is a really, really flexible list. I opt for double cape because I really, really like keeping my Suicunes alive and, you know, not one-shotted by Blaziken EX, because losing that matchup feels really, really bad, especially when you are hitting for weakness. Feels really, really bad. I've seen variants run Misty, which is crazy. They cut a cape for, like, Misty or something, or they cut Irida for Misty. or they cut something, right? You could cut double cape for Misty. And if you have turn 1 going first, you have Froakie, Rare Candy in hand, and Greninja EX. They'd probably run double Greninja as well if you're running Misty. And you flip heads, you high roll. Wow, now I've turn whatever, right? Your second turn, you can now swing with your Greninja EX or your Suicune EX. I personally haven't piloted that variation of this deck. I've run one with only one copy of Greninja, and I really like this baby one. I really don't like that. Having the double Greninja is really, really good. Just there's situations where I'm so ahead, and my Suicune is just pushing for a lot of damage, and the extra ping from these two guys really, really help out. Indeedee's here for Indeedee reasons, keeps your guys healthy. Double Cyrus also is so necessary. I've cheated wins by pinging their bench that has no energy with Greninja and Cyrusing it in, and now it's trapped, and your opponent is forced to attach and use resources to get their trapped guy out of the active while you're just absolutely wailing on them with Suicune. This also just kind of wins you games. Cyrus is usually a game ender. Mars is here as well. Your Suicune ever goes down, which it probably will, and you have your Greninja in the back, or you have your other Suicune in the back, Mars will put him down the 1-card hand. It makes it really hard for your opponent to play from that. Unless they get like a lucky prof or like a lucky top deck, it's really, really hard. But yeah, this was the deck that I used to climb the Masters. It was really, really fun, honestly. And yeah, I hope this shit does not become obsolete in the next set. I really hope it's still going to be good. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what card do you expect to see in the next set, and what mega is your favorite out of the 3 that were showcased? That being said, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, sub, ring the bell for notifications on future uploads. Sorry, shameless, I know. I don't know how to end my videos. Bye!